All right, guys, so this video is for anybody who said 2022 was going to be their year. How is it going so far? We're almost at the end of February, getting ready to roll into March, so first quarter is almost towards the end. Have you stuck to your guns? Did you put things in place so that you could strategically follow, that path each day, each week, each month, so that you could stay on track? What I can tell you is that, number one, you did the first thing, which was making a plan. And hopefully you did make a plan. If you did not make a plan, I'm telling you, you're doomed to fail. Anything that you don't plan for and set that foundation so that you understand what you need to do at each point during the process, if you don't have that, you're not going to be able to stay on track. So for those of you who did stay on track, how's it going? Are you making successful moves? Have you hit any road bumps or roadblocks, in the road that has soured you a little bit and you're kind of getting off track? Let me just say, everybody who has put something in place, who had a plan, and even if you did not have a plan, you can still always start anew. You can always start again. Don't let anything discourage you. And I know that some of you might have gotten discouraged already. Something didn't work out the way that you thought it was supposed to. So you got a little roadblock. You got to do a detour. You got to do something else to keep that going. But please understand, there is no room for being afraid or fear in your success path. If you want to be successful, you are going to have some roadblocks. You are going to have some failures. It's going to happen. There is nobody you will ever meet who is successful that didn't fail more than they succeeded. Look up some of the people that you may admire, the Michael Jordans, the Oprah Winfrey's, whoever it is. I guarantee you that they have failed, and could have been recently that they failed on something. Just because you don't know that they failed doesn't mean that they didn't fail. When you have a celebrity, you can see failures out in the open. Everything is out there. But I guarantee you there are still tons of other things that they have tried and failed at, but it didn't stop them. They're still going to keep going. And that's what I want to say for you. You will have some failures, but it's how you recover from those failures, what you learn from those failures, that's going to propel you to be more successful when it does happen. So this is what I want to say. For those of you that are out there, if you have a plan, stick to your plan. There's nothing wrong with adjusting that plan so that you may have to take a detour and go another way. For those that did not have a plan, sit down and do a plan. There's no way to get to the end game if you don't know where you're starting from and the overall goal that you want to actually achieve. I have other videos that talks about creating SMART goals, specific goals, measurable goals, attainable goals. That's basically what SMART goals are. I did a video on that talks about that, on what you need to do to create a goal that is a great goal, not something that you just pulled out of the air that says, hey, I want to be a millionaire. Nothing wrong with saying that you want to be a millionaire, but what are those steps that you're going to take to get to that point? You have to lay all of this out. So develop a plan if you have not gotten one. If you do have a plan, reassess your plan. Depending on how fast the steps in your plan go, you may need to look at your plan on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. Most people probably will only have to look at their plans on a monthly or quarterly basis, depending on what their goals are. But you do want to go back and reassess what you actually have there. For those that do not have a plan at all, just sit down, think about what it is that you want to accomplish. Write those different things down. And then start writing down some of the things that you have to do to accomplish each one of those goals. I threw out there about being a millionaire. That is an attainable goal. Is it attainable for everybody? It depends on the situation. $1 million is not as much as a lot of people, really think it is when you break it down into small chunks. Most people think about the big number of $1 million. But if you break that down into 100,000, break that down into thousands, break that down to $10, you know, everything starts at a certain point. Can you accomplish it? Yes, you can. But you have to put the specific things in place. And there may be some things that you need to do along the way. Do you need to get more education? Do you need to surround yourself with people who have already obtained that goal? The answer is yes. You know, you always need to continue building up your knowledge. That's one thing no one can take from you. So you need to surround yourself. Get on, listen to podcasts, you know, listen to videos that talks about different things that you're interested in doing. And you need to surround yourself with people who are doing better than you. If you are the most successful person in the group that you run with, there's no way you can do better because you're going to learn the same things that you've already learned. You need to surround yourself with people who you aspire to be like. I'm not saying you want to be Oprah, but maybe you want to be a talk show host, you know. Maybe it's just the money side of it that you want to do. All of this is attainable, but you have to put the steps in place to be able to get that. So what are you doing right now in your day-to-day life that is going to accomplish the overall goal that you want to do? What are you doing? Do you have a vision board? Do you have a plan laid out? Do you have those goals? You know, are you taking training classes? Are you learning some new things? Do you listen to motivational podcasts? Do you listen to podcasts that show you how to do different things? There's no way to get to those ultimate things that you aspire to have or be if you're not putting those steps in place to do it. And you can do it. Stop comparing yourself to everybody else. You are the only you that is out there. You have a certain path that has been set for you. You are unique. You have gifts that you may or may not be using, you know, the proper way. You got gifts that you might not even see as a gift. It's something that you do easily. You don't think about it. You can do it just like that. You don't see that as a gift. But can that gift end up being turned into something that you can share with someone else, that you can show someone else how to do something? Like some of the things that I do, I just did to learn how to do it to see if I could. Like I have books that I have on Amazon. I have 50 plus books that I have published on Amazon. To me, it's easy to do that. But when you talk with other people, they're surprised and it's like, well, how did you do that? I would love to do that. I have an idea about a book. It's simple to do, but maybe it's simple because I've done it repeatedly, but it's things like that. You know, what are some of the things that you do well that people say you do well, or they come to you to get help on? Can you turn that into something that could make a profit for you? I'm not saying it has to be your business. It may just be something to get you some side money that you can then use to put into the business that you want. You have to learn how to use what you've been blessed with. And we all have gifts. We all have been blessed with different skills, different, you know, unique characteristics and things that we have that we can use. You might be the next person that is blowing up on TikTok because of something that you do that you just thought was, hey, it's something I do. It's easy to do. But it could be turned into something to be profitable. I guarantee you, you have it. We all have been blessed with stuff. And understand that what you've been blessed with, no one can take that from you. No one can take from you what has been set forth for you to receive. You have been blessed with gifts. You have been blessed with things that only you can utilize because it was meant for you. No one can take that from you. Understand your greatness. Know how good you are because you are. No matter what anyone tells you, I guarantee you, you within yourself, you are special. No one can say anything to you that can take away what has been blessed and guided for you. Please understand that. Now, with that being said, what are you going to do with that? How are you going to change your life? How are you going to bless somebody else? Let me know what's going on. Drop a line down below. Let me know how your path is going so far this year. Are you succeeding on the different goals that you set? Do you need help writing out your vision plan, doing your board, whatever it is, let me know how it's going. I'm here to help any way that I can. My goal is to be able to help you be as successful as you want to do. I'm not an expert, on everything, but if there's something that I can do to help you along your path, I'm willing to do it. So hopefully this helped you, get you back on track. Let me know how things are going, and I'll see you on the next video.